Welcome back to another class on Gemara Journey with Rashi. We are Masechet Berachot Daf amud aleph. This will be part one of the shiur. As usual, whenever we turn to amud, we begin with a new part. The Gemara begins. Tanit was taught in the Braita. Abba Binyamin Omer, Abba Binyamin says, Ilmale nitna reshut la'ain lir'od, had permission been given to the eye to see, Rashi says, Lir'od kol hashedim ha'omdim lefanav, to see all the demons that are standing before him. Ein kol b'ri'ah yechola la'amod mipnei ha'mazikin. No creature would have been able to stand because of the demons. Amar Abaye said, Inhu, they, Nifishi, are more numerous, minan, than us. V'kaimi alan, and they stand on us, meaning they surround us, ki kisla le'ugya, like a furrow to a ditch. Rashi says, ki kisla le'ugya, ki shurat chafira, like a plowed row, hamakefet, which surrounds ha'ugya, the ditch, she'osin tachat ha'gefanim, that they do underneath the grapevine trees. Kemo sheshaninu in Masechet Berachot Daf amud aleph. Ein osin ugiyot legefanim, that on Chol Hamoed you're not allowed to go ahead and do ditches for the grapevine trees. Le'esof shamayim, to gather their water, lashkot hagefen, to go ahead and water the grapevine tree. Kisla, Rashi tells you, what is kisla? Hutelem shel me'anam, that's basically the furrow. Hamakefet saviv saviv, that surrounds in circles et tel ha'ugyo, the mound of the dish. Now you have to understand, how does it work? They would have a mound. Around the mound they would have a ditch. Around the dish they would have a furrow. So that's what he's telling us over here. Ve'hagefen natu betel, and the grapevine tree was planted on the mound. Ubereish Nedarim, in the beginning of Nedarim, Daf Vav Amud Bet, says over there, Haden Ugya lehave pe'am. This Ugya, let it be pe'am. Again, all we want to see from over here, that the word Ugya means a ditch. So we have over here three concepts. You have over here tel, which is a mound, kisla, which is a furrow, and Ugya, which is a ditch. So what was Abaye saying? Abaye is trying to bring out a point. Abaye is saying like this: they are more than us. Excuse me. They are more than us, and they surround us like a furrow that surrounds a ditch. Amar Rav Huna said, Kol chad vechad minan, each and every one of us, alpha mismalei, we have 1,000 to our left side. Viribafta miyaminei, and we have 10,000 to our right side. The Haggadah Turim in Not Aleph says, Shenma, like the pasuk says, Yipol mitzidech elef, let 1,000 fall to your side, Verevava miyimanecha, and 10,000 to your right side. So we have a verse that proves that you have 1,000 demons to your left side and 10,000 to your right side. Amar Rava said, Hai duchaka de have bekalam. Duchak over here literally means the pressure, but you have to try to go ahead and rephrase it like this. Let me tell you outside and then I'll read it to you back inside. Whenever they would go to listen to a Torah lecture, Rashi is going to explain, they used to sit freely. They would have space amongst them. But somehow they felt it was crowded in the room. So comes Rava, and Rava says, this crowdness that people feel in a lecture room is because of the demons. They make you feel like it's crowded. So watch this. Amar Rava said, that crowdness, the have bekala, which was in the Torah class, minayhu have, it's from them, it's from the demons. Rashi says, Hai duchaka de have bekala, pa'amim shebnei adam yushvim ruvachim b'yom HaShabbat. At times, people, they sit very spacious on the day of Shabbat, shebaim l'shmo drasha, that they come and they want to hear a drasha, a Torah lecture. V'domeh but to these people that are sitting freely, it seems to them, ki yoshvim dichukim. It's as if they're sitting very crowded. Why is that? Because the demons are making them feel that crowdness. Hani birchei dishalhei. These knees that get tired, minahu, it's also from them. Rashi says, Hani birchei dishalhei, birkaim ayefim. By the way, all this case that we're speaking about over here, the Pnei Yeshua says it has to be going on Talmidei Chachamim only. Why on Talmidei Chachamim? Because the demons, they envy Talmidei Chachamim because they sit and learn Torah. So he says, these knees which are tired, it also comes from them. How could it be a Talmid Chacham sitting all day and he gets up, he's not running, he's not working out, and his knees are tired from what? Did he walk all day? All he's doing is sitting. But when he gets up and his knees are tired, he says you should know that it's coming from the demons. Continues to give more another case. Hane mane de Rabbanan de Balu. These clothing of the Talmidei Chachamim that became worn out, michufya didehu. It comes because of the rubbing of the demons on them, on the Talmidei Chachamim. So basically, michufya didehu means they're rubbing. And Rashi is going to explain to us that the demons come and they sit next to a Talmid Chacham and they rub him. That's why their clothes become worn out. Rashi says, Dibra Matchil Mani de Rabbanan de Balu. Big day, you see, it tells you right away what means money. It means big day, clothing. Big day Talmidim, which is the Rabbanan over here, the students, the clothing of the students. Shebalim Maher, the bal over here means to wear out. So he says Shebalim Maher that become worn out very quickly. So one more time. Mani de Rabbanan de Balu. Big day Talmidim Shebalim Maher. The clothing of students that will get worn out very fast. Vehem enam b'nei malacha, and they're not people that work. She'ivalu b'bigdehem. She'ivalu b'bigdehem, that their clothes should become worn out. I could understand if the Talmid Chacham is working, he's putting his knees on the floor, he's, painting, so, his clothes are touching there, it's rubbing against this, that, so you can tell me that during the procedure while he's working, his clothing can become worn out. But these Talmidei Chachamim, they're not working, and still their clothes are wearing out quickly. Why is that? So the Gemara says in Rashi, Mechufya didehu, because it comes from their robbing, robbing. So one more time, Rabbi, let me just do this in one sequence. Mani de Rabbanan de Bali, Bigdei Talmidim Shebal Maher, the clothing of students that get worn out quickly. And they're not people that do work. Shivalu bigdehem, that their clothing should become worn out. Mechufya dedehu, it comes from the rubbing of the demons. Ba'im hamazikim v'yoshvim etzlam. The mazikim, the demons come and they sit next to the Talmid Chacham. Umitchakikim b'hem, and they start rubbing themselves against the Talmid Chacham. That's why the clothing become worn out. Rashi just tells you the word chuvi over here means to rub, and he brings you from Masechet Shabbat and Daf Nun amud bet. Chuvi, he says lashon chofef paspes. It's a expression, it's a language of rubbing. Also belaz, it's called periyir. If you look into Haggadah Vitrim, note hey, he says chichuch shivshuv, which means the same thing. That it means rubbing. All Rashi is doing to us right now is just telling us that the word chufya means to rub. So one more time in the Gemara. Hani mani de Rabbanan de Balu. These clothing of the Talmidei Chachamim that became worn out, how is that possible? They're not working. No problem. Michufya didehu. It comes from their rubbing. It comes from the rubbing of the demons. Hani kar'ei dimin kanfan minaihu. Also the feet that hurt themselves. When a Talmid Chacham is walking and he stumbles over something and he hurts himself, you should know it's also from them. The demons come and they make the Talmid Chacham to stumble in order for him to get hurt. So that's what he tells over here. Hani kar'ei, these feet, Demin kanfan, demina kefan, minaihu. That these feet, that they get hurt by stumbling over something, it's from them. It's from the demons. Continues the Gemara. Now the Gemara is going to go on to show us two cases to know about these demons. If a person wants to know that they exist, what should he do? And then another case the Gemara is going to say, if you really want to see them, what you should do. So we're going to give you two cases. The Gemara says, Hai man debai limeida lehu. That person that wants to know about them. He wants to know that they exist. Laiti, let him bring. Kitma nihila, let him bring sifted ashes. Vinahadar, and let him what do you call it? Let him spread it. Apuri on his bed. Ubetzavern in the morning, chaze ki kar'ei di tarnagol. He'll see on his bed like footprints of a chicken. That's what he's telling us over here. Laiti kitma nihala venehadar apure. Let him bring sifted ashes. Let him spread it out on his bed, and in the morning when he's going to wake up, he's going to see on it footprints of a chicken. And that's how you know that these demons, they exist. Continues the Gemara says, Hai man dibai lemiche zinhu. But now he tells you that person that wants to see them. Before we said that wants to know them. Now the Gemara said that person that wants to see them. What should he do? Laiti shilyata, let him bring a placenta, the shunrata of a female cat. Ukmata, that cat has to be black. But ukmata, she has to also be the daughter of a black cat. Bukhrata, that cat has to be a firstborn. But bukhrata has to be the daughter of a firstborn. So basically, I'll read for you the rashi now. But what are we saying over here? That if somebody wants to come and see that the demons exist, he has to bring me a placenta, Rashi is going to say, from a female cat. But this female cat cannot just be any female cat. It has to be the firstborn to its mother. It has to be black. The mother also has to be firstborn to its mother, and it also has to be black. So let's see that in Rashi. The Rashi says, Shilyata dishunrata, Shilyat avlat shel chatul nekevam. The placenta of the female cat, that's what you should bring. Bukhrata, what means bukhrata? Ha-bechora le'ima. She has to be the firstborn to the mother. But bukhrata, what does it mean? The daughter of the firstborn. Ve'af ima hayta bechora. And so too the mother has to be a firstborn. And that's the same concept you're going to apply to ukmata bat ukmata. We want the female cat to be black, the daughter of a black cat, so the mother also has to be black. Okay. So the Gemara continues, the Gemara says, Velikliya binur, and let him go ahead and let him take the placenta of this black cat, who's the firstborn, and let him burn it in fire. After the placenta is burned in fire, he's going to take it, velishchakea, and he's going to grind it. He's going to make it into ashes. Velimale ene mina, and he's going to fill his eyes with it. Vechazi lehu, and now you're going to be able to see it. Rashi is going to go on right now to explain why does he have to say to fill your eyes? How are you going to fill your eyes with something? Even if you have a speck of dust or a speck of sand, a grain in your eye, you can't already see. So what does it mean you have to fill your eyes? How are you going to see the demons? So Rashi is going to come and is going to explain to you, when it uses the language fill, it really means you should only put a little bit. But why does it say fill? Because the language in the Gemara, when it comes in regards to the eye, if it wants to teach you that you have to put a little bit, it says fill it. Because by the eye putting a little bit, that's already considered to be full also. So let's see that in Rashi. Rashi says, in Dibra Matchil, Vilimalei ene mina, Yasim mimena me'at benav. From this placenta that you made it into ashes, put from it a little bit in your eyes. So now Rashi explains, so why do you have to say, fill your eyes, if you're only putting a little bit? Kol loshen nitina be'ayin, anytime you see the language of placing it into the eye, korehu b'loshen gemor, in the language of the Gemara, it calls it loshen milui. It calls it the language of filling. Lefishi bedavar muad humale, because with a little bit, it's already full, but it doesn't really mean you have to fill up your eyes. So that's all Rashi is telling you. Whenever you see the language of the Gemara, milui, it really means to tell you have to put a little bit, and that for the eye is already considered to be full. Okay. Continues the Gemara. The Gemara says, now, Velishdaya bigufta de parzela. The rest of the placenta that you turned into ashes after you grinded it, make sure you take it and you place it into a tube, into a metal tube, into a hollow metal tube. Look what Rashi says. Gufta de parzela, kane chalul shel barzel. An empty tube of metal. Velechatme, Rashi, what means velechatme? And you want to seal lekana, you want to be able to seal the tube. With what? Bigushpa kana de parzela. What does that mean? Bechotam shel barzel. With a metal seal. The bimidi, because when you're dealing with demons, the tire v'chatim, as long as you're going to tie it, or as long as you're going to seal it, let lihu rishuta. They have no permission to come and take it and do damage to you. That's what he tells you over here. You want to seal it with a metal seal. Ki da amrin, like it's stated, b'chol habaser b'shechitat chulin dav kuvhei amud bet. Okay, so back into the Gemara now. So he says, v'lishdaye b'gufta de parzela. The rest of the placenta that's left over, which you grinded it, you're going to place it into the hollow metal tube. V'lechatmei, and you're going to close, you're going to seal this metal tube b'gushpanka de parzela, with a metal seal. Dilma ganva mina, because we're afraid maybe the demons are going to come and they're going to steal it from you. But now he says, v'lachtom pume, close your mouth. Kihechi de lo litzak, in order for you not to become damaged by the demons. The Gemara says somebody went ahead and he did it, and he did get damaged. Rav Beve bar Abaye Avid Hachim, Rav Beve, the son of Abaye, he did so. He went through the whole procedure, and he was able to see, like the Gemara says, Chaza v'itzak. He saw and he got damaged. Be'u Rabbana Rachamei Alei v'itasei. The Chachamim, they requested mercy on him, meaning the Chachamim, they prayed for him, and he healed. So Rabotai, we see over here something very fascinating. Look how much chesed Hashem does with His creation, with His creatures. It could be animals, it could be non-Jews, it could be even Jews. Everyone. Had Hashem opened our eyes to see the demons, we wouldn't be able to function normally. Now that we're not able to see it, we're able to function normally. Is that not something to be grateful for?